What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we are going over some of the best heroes to pair for new players. Like and subscribe for more amazing mobile gaming content. Let's head over to our heroes. Well, the first thing we gotta take into mind is which troops are we going to be prioritizing? Because there's a couple different troops that you can kind of build, and each hero only can carry specific troop types, whether it being marksmen, mages, infantry, cavalry. So first suggestion is ranged damage dealers. I definitely think ranged damage dealers are by far the best for any player, especially new players. They're great for PvP content. They're great for PvE content. I mean, pretty much any type of ranged troop can be used in any type of content. I definitely think that the melee units like the cavalry and the infantry are definitely more viable when it comes to PvP content. Not saying that PvE content they're not good, but it's definitely better for like group battles, especially the infantry when you're doing battle against a whole other guild and you want to have some infantry up front. Even though he doesn't have specific skills that have to deal with the neutral enemies like the darklings, he has skills like this, another passive where all magic units go ahead and they gain magic attack and HP. So it's not really restricted on content. Whereas if we take a look at someone like Wan Wen, click on one of her passives, her legion deals more damage to darklings and dark creatures. So this is strictly only going to benefit us if we are using her strictly in that PvE content against those darklings. These will be your first two heroes that I highly suggest. And then you're gonna pair these up with some of the other heroes that you're gonna get. Now the first one is Eliana, and she has her own dedicated event. So it's pretty much easy to max her out as long as you go ahead and participate a lot. I mean, you really have to grind out that event. She's also another hero who's good for all different types of game content. The only downside is her second passive deals more damage to darklings and dark creatures, so this won't help us in PvP combat, unfortunately. Another hero who also has a dedicated event at the beginning when you first start in a brand new server is going to be Krieg, the Mad Bomber. This is another hero who specializes in ranged units, specifically marksmen, and he's very easy to get a lot of his hero tokens from that event. There's going to be Krieg and Eliana, and that's strictly because they're both events and all you got to do is pretty much participate in the game and play. Another good combination with the two marksmen is going to be Guanwin along with Krieg. Now a really powerful combo for mages is going to be pairing up Waldir with a legendary Velen. Both specialize in mages, both specialize in PvP combat. You don't even have to max out all of Velen's skills. If you can simply just get the rage skill to a 5 and just go 5-1-1, still a very strong team for PvP, especially early game. The two you could do for the legendary hero Velen is instead pair Waldir with Alwyn. This is another combination that's pretty much the same thing. Again, you have magic and PvP and control. This is pretty much just like a legendary version of this character, kind of like a better version. Now, if you can even be a low spender, I'm going to highly suggest Lilia. And you don't even have to spend a ton of money on her. If you just simply spend like a couple dollars and get her rage skill to 5, and then the rest just go 5-1-1-1, you can be very devastating early game and advance your account very fast early on. Pairing her up with Waldir is another great, amazing combination. Both mages, both ranged, one specializing in PvP combat with the other specializing in peacekeeping, but you don't even necessarily have to use her for peacekeeping. You can go ahead, we can focus on building her out towards magic or skills. And another great pair that is like basically an engineering monster team is Nico along with Krieg. Both specialize in marksman and both specialize in engineering. When it comes to Eliana, you'll see that her specific event pops up very often. So even if you missed out on her first event and weren't able to max her out, the event continues to come along in the servers, so you'll definitely be able to max her out eventually. For the two legendaries that I mentioned, Nico and Veln, you're gonna have to just kind of get their hero tokens from the gold chests. The other thing to look out for is in the Dragon Trail, the trail store is another way that if you need those specific hero tokens, you can just go ahead and buy them. That is it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see you all later. Peace.